The rematch is only based on if Tank was to lose. He did not lose. It was a draw. So he doesn't have to take this rematch. He's choosing to. So now y'all both have to sit down at the negotiating table and figure out, you know what I'm saying, how much you guys are gonna, what y'all's worth is to each other now.
What the fuck?
Because with
How much is Roach talking about he want?
that, I have no idea. I have no fucking idea. And it could just be a little bit more, or it could be a lot more. You see what I'm saying?
It was a
But the
little
whole
bit
point,
more. That shit would already be signed. It obvious. Like
I
to me,
I don't know about that, man. I don't know.
it ain't just a little bit more. Like what he want another 300, 500,000.
Yeah, see, it could be something like that, and you never know. It could be, somebody. It could be. I mean, now it's based on both of them. That's why I said it's based on both of them now, because we don't know how much he's asking for. If you know how much he's asking for, you can actually play. You could play with it a little bit. You can say, okay, well, you know what? Since you asked for this much, I can see why, Tank is giving you a little bit of pushback, but we don't even know, so we can't even see what it is. So now it's still basically on both. They got to come to an agreement. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that he should be allowed to say, yeah, I want a little bit more money. You know what I'm saying? This is a draw. We came to a draw. But it was a tie.
You want, bro?
I don't know how much he wants. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing for them to figure out, and I think they should be able to figure that out quicker than what it's been. That's what I'm trying to say.
So you think he should go into Tank's purse? Tank should go into what he's making and give him some money. You think that's gonna happen?
I mean, well, if the fight was just to make the deal happen, I mean, shit. If I felt like, look, I'm gonna put it to you like this: if I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I deserve it, then hell yeah, I'm gonna say that. But if I feel like I want this fight, you know what I'm saying, to prove myself, then I shouldn't have a problem with giving up just a little bit of money. If I'm making a lot more than what you're making, and now you're asking for a, a couple hundred more, then maybe I should just let that go and say, yeah, you can take that out of my purse. Take that out from my bag. I ain't tripping off that, because at the end of the day, I know I'm more talented than you, and I'm going to be the one. I'm going to win this fight. Shit, fuck it. So the next time, you know,
I don't see nobody saying in this day and age. I don't see none of these fighters saying I'm gonna give you some of my purse so you'll be happy. I just don't see too many of these young niggas doing that shit cut from that club.
well, first of all, you know, Tank ain't young. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, he's young. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? He's been in the game for a while, so he could say, you know what? This is the first time I've been through this kind of shit. I ain't tripping about 200,000. He shouldn't have a problem. But if he does, then that's his Tank. We know Tank. Tank gonna have a problem with. Tank gonna have a problem with it. What can we actually do about it? No,
I mean, nigga,
we
you
gotta
want this
accept it.
fight, nigga. You want this fight, nigga. And if they offered you something and you want more, nigga, that's on you now.
I don't agree with that.
How the
If he's
fuck?
actually,
How?
but
How?
only reason why I'm saying that is because it depends on how much he's asking for. That's all I'm saying.
How
If
much?
he's asking for
Okay,
100, if he's asking for 100,000 more, 200,000 more, 300,000 more, I think that's something that I shouldn't have a problem with giving up. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. If I really want to make the fight, that's on my end. That's all I'm trying to say. I
so
want the rematch. You know what I'm saying? I want this to happen. It ain't like he's coming to me and begging beating down the door to come on. Then I say, you know what? Nah, motherfucker, you get what you get. But this is something that I want to show my people, my followers, that I'm a real one. I went through adversity, but this, I know what it was. I just mentally wasn't ready. I was going through it at the time, and now I'm good. So I don't think he should have a problem, because the fight, he's still making extra money, because he could be fighting somebody that fight. If allegedly he's supposed to be fighting Jake Paul, right? That fight is still available on the table, because Jake Paul already came out and said, go through, have your rematch with him and win the fight, and we good. So what the fuck?
I ain't know.
That's money that he didn't have. That's what I'm trying to
Listen,
say. That money, this rematch right now, this money that he's about to get, is money that wasn't even a part of the table. And the reason why is because he didn't. He does. This is a fight that he doesn't have to take. So this is a fight that he's taking on his own choice, his
mhm,
own behalf. So yeah, it
mhm.
should not have a problem with just giving up 200,000, 300. That's what I'm saying. It just depends on how much the man's asking for.
Did you have the
If
same
if the
energy?
shoot,
Did you have the same energy with Shakur and Frank Martin?
So yeah, on that fight, yeah, I do have that same energy.
So
Yes,
she
I do.
gave Frank Martin that little bit of extra.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, no.
Oh,
They
it's
already signed the contract. This the difference is they already signed the contract. This has already been signed and done. This the difference in this one is they're coming to the table renegotiating right now. Now they're both sitting down renegotiating. This isn't something that's already been signed and you approved, and now you're just going back on your word. You see what I'm saying? That's a difference. So that's
what
the reason why I said no. I'll give that a little bit of pushback. But if it was in the same situation and they both were coming to the table renegotiating and no contract has been signed, then yes, I'm gonna keep the same energy and say, Shakur, you could have just gave him 200,000 more. What the fuck, bro? Yes, I'm gonna say keep that sale
why,
that same
why
energy
should that even matter if the man said, "Give me a little extra on the damn fight"? Why should
because
he?
the contract's already been signed. That's the reason why. It's a
This
contract. There's a contract involved now.
was the rematch was it a contract? Was this rematch already signed?
No, the rematch is only if Take loses.
So what you're saying is that Tank should give him some extra for the fight just because
Take wants this fight.
okay, so Shakur really wanted the Frank Martin fight. Why didn't he give him some extra even though it's
Because the situation wasn't, it was different. That's the only reason why I'm saying what I'm saying, because that, like I can explain to you, the situation was different. It's not the same.
but if he wanted to fight and you say fighters can do what they want, why didn't he do that?
I mean, he did do it. He offered him way more than he's been paid. You know what I'm saying? He pretty much got the same amount that he got when he fought Tank. He would have got fighting, he would have got fighting, Shakur.
No, he got a little bit more fighting Tank.
It was only like 100,000 more.
He got that's guaranteed. He still got a couple dollars. Frank still got
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get into that kind of
yeah.
all into
Frank,
that. I was just
Frank,
talking about the.
Frank walked away fighting. He walked away fighting Shakur between 3 and 5 mil. He wasn't going to get that fight, Shakur. That's what he got fighting Tank.
He ain't getting no 3 to 5 mil. What are you talking about? The back end and everything all
Yeah,
together?
5 mil. He walked away after all of that. What between $3 and $5 million. So he got that fighting Tank. That's the biggest payday. Um, Not to mention the upfront guaranteed money. Like I don't mean upfront, but his guaranteed money that he got for the fight that wasn't too bad. It was above $1 million guaranteed to fight Tank. So he wasn't gonna get that with Shakur. So to go in there and fight Shakur, um, and it wasn't gonna be in his best favor. He probably would have lost with unanimous decision, and he probably would have made maybe $1.2 million, maybe. Or that's why he was like, make it like 1.5 because after taxes, my nigga, I'm not making $1 million and I'm losing, and I'm gonna look so bad fighting you that it's not gonna be. I'm not gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, like. So yeah, we'll put a little bit extra umph on it. I mean, if Shakur really wanted to make Frank Martin at the time, they was pumping up, making him being like he was really, one of them guys at 135. The same way you saying Tank could put a little extra umph on ropes, Shakur could have put a little bit of extra umph on Frank
I
Martin.
mean, he could have. I mean, you know what he could have, but I see why they didn't why they said no. You know what I'm saying? Because the contract's already been signed and you're just backing out because you want to back out now. Now you're saying you didn't know anything about it, but you did know something about it, and that's
He knew he
bullshit.
had
You
a
see
better
what I'm
offer.
saying?
He knew he had a, he
Huh?
knew he had that damn. He knew he because I remember people being like, "Do you think Frank Martin is gonna pull out of this fight and sell his soul for a Tank fight?" I said, "Hell yeah! When he see that bad,
Well, I don't know. That's what I said.
yeah, yeah, you get the chance to fight Tank. You're gonna get the publicity, the run, everything. Like no disrespect, and we are like, but niggas like when people being like, "Who you fighting?" Shakur Stevenson. Oh, okay. Who the fuck is Shakur Stevenson when they walk away from him? Oh, who you fighting? Tank Davis. Oh, I know him. He the with the float with that, bro, is the way that the way that motherfucker like Frank Martin just seen that shit as I'm gonna be seen way more, I'm gonna get paid way more, and it's a bigger fight, and it's gonna look better on my resume. And he ain't fought since then.
Well, I don't know honestly if he knew about that though.
Who, Frank
At
Martin?
least, yeah, that fight. Come on,
Hell
dude,
yeah,
what are you
he knew.
doing?
Hell yeah, he knew. That Tank Davis fight was out there for him. Hell yeah, he knew. Word. They was trying to get him that fight. That's an in-house fight. They don't build. They don't build. They're not about to build him up for Shakur to damn knock him the fuck down. A whole nother promotional company. You feel what I'm saying? Nigga, do you know the record between Top Rank and PBC when it comes to fighters?
What the record?
Yeah, that
Um, nah, what is it?
shit is horrible, nigga. Last I checked, it was like 21-5. That's the last time I checked. That was like a few years ago. Like top ranked fighters beat the shit out of PBC fighters. It's only a few. You feel what I'm saying? So they're not about to build up Frank Martin for Shakur to tear him down. No, if anybody tear him down first, it'll be Tank. Then you can get him. Because he got the Tank name like Rolly, like Isaac Cruz, like, you know what I'm saying? Like certain fighters that fought Tank, then go off and get bigger fights. Like, look at that shit, bro. No, it's gonna
Yeah,
be do it in-house the same way Top Rank do it, the same way everybody do it. I'm not about to hand you over a fighter I built up unless you're gonna pay him extra, like, you know what I'm saying? You just gonna pay an extra now, this extreme amount of money for this fight to build your fight up. But no, I'm definitely not about to do that.
yeah, they got. Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
Because when it
Yeah.
comes to Lamont Rhodes, to be real with you really need to cool out because they'll fuck around and ice his ass out, even being champion.
Uh, he'll still get certain fights, but I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean.
You feel me?
Because
Like,
yeah, he'll still like he can get a fight with Shakur. You know what I'm saying? He can get a fight with Keyshawn Davis. You know, a couple. You know, he can get fights with certain people from Top Rank. You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
let's say they give him the money he want, right?
Hmm.
Boom, he fights Tank, he wins, he probably lose. He fuck around and then watch what they do to him, have him fight in the next 2-3 months and defend his belt. Hold on real quick.
Yeah.
Melo, over here. Yeah, my fault, bro. I get my son off the bus. Come on. Take your shoes off. All right.
Looking for something right now.
Yeah, but like so back like at a certain point, man, like Lamont Roach, they may do that nigga dirty and be like, yo, you gotta defend your belt 2-3 months after this Tank fight. Who am I fighting? And it might, you know what I'm saying, give you the toughest fight out there, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta be careful
I
when
mean, but shit, There's more money for him right now. It seems like there might be a little bit more money for him at 135. Shit, you know.
Like, but like, do you want to go out there and sit and then they ice your ass out when you ain't got no belt? Having a belt gives you a little bit of leverage. You at least got to fight once or twice.
Yeah, yeah, that's automatic, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, like how they do him if he don't hurry up and sign this goddamn contract, bro. They not gonna be playing with niggas on some real
Yeah,
shit. Like not being funny or nothing, but like I know you like you fucking with PBC, you not signing nobody else. This ain't a chic fight, my nigga. So you fucking with them, you gotta figure that shit out real quick. Yeah, what's up?
I think shit, something need to go down though. You feel me? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Something got to go down.
Not yeah, he gotta bro, if you gotta come to a number real quick because you want this fight to go down midsummer. You need this fight
Well,
to jump on midsummer so you can catch some of this. You don't want to miss like the best part of the year where everybody free and everything. They're gonna be able to watch the shit, go to the shit. Like you want this fight to jump on midsummer, and if they push it back to August, I mean it is what it is, my nigga. You feel me?
yeah, yeah. That's what I was saying. Like it might actually just get realistically pushed back soon.
Close your door. Like it was. I mean, Lamont. I hope you don't want. I'm not watching your pockets, but I hope you don't want double. I just really hope you don't want double of what like you think you gonna be worth on this shit, bro. Because a lot of people still don't know you. No disrespect. Don't do it to yourself. We seen it done. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It look, I hate to say this, you know what I'm saying, but if this fight don't happen, I'm gonna put it to you like this: Lamar Roach, he's taking a chance. You know what I'm saying? But this isn't a good look for Tank. You see what I'm saying? Like he should want to get this fight back no matter what. He should be saying, "I want this fight regardless."
Bro,
So
I'm not
I'm
gonna
a, I'm
overpay you, bro. I swear to God, I'm not about to just overpay you because you think I got to.
huh? What?
I'm, I'm not gonna overpay you because you think I have to. I
Well,
will
that's why I keep
not.
saying it. It just really, in my personal opinion, it just depends on how much he's getting paid. Like, how much is he asking for? That's what I'm talking about. If it's like 200 to 300, I mean, I would just talk. This is just me. If I'm used to making millions, and you're asking for like 200,000 or 300,000,
I don't know what just happened.
700,000 or a million more, 500,000 more, you only asking for some like that's chump change to them. You know what I'm saying? To them fighters, right? When you in that tax bracket, you see what I'm saying? When you used to make the millions, 3 million a fight, 5 million a fight, 200,000, 300,000 ain't shit. That's crumbs to you. You know,
So
that's a
you
fucking car right there. You know, that's a car that you could be donating. You know what I'm saying? To buying. You know, you got your homeboys that been down with you ever since you've been in your career. You see what I'm saying? So you like, well, fuck it. I got 5 homies right now. I'm gonna buy them all cars. Y'all pick what y'all want, man. Whatever y'all want, y'all got. You know what I'm saying? That's some shit like that. You know what I mean? When you got it like that, that's what I'm saying. It's different when you got it like that. You don't
want
think
me?
like the average person
You,
thinks.
you
To
sound
you, that
crazy.
but that 200,000, 300,000 is shit. So
You
that's
sound
why I'm saying what I'm saying.
yeah. You sound crazy as hell. Just saying that I should go into my purse and give him
Um,
more.
but if I want that fight for my, because this is a legacy fight right now.
I'm
You see what
already
I'm saying?
I'm already giving you more than you've ever seen, and you
You're
want
right.
more.
You're right. You are
I'm giving
absolutely
you more.
correct.
Give you
You
more
are
for some shit I don't have to do.
No, you're right. You're right, bro.
So
Bro,
why
listen
the
to me.
fuck would I do that? Give you more for some shit I don't have to.
I'm telling you why. I'm giving you a reason why. That's all I'm doing is giving
That's
you a reason why.
that's a bullshit
You see
reason.
what I'm saying?
I'm not about to do that. Like fuck
No,
your.
I understand. I understand you don't agree with it, but it's
Nigga,
still
like
a
I'm
valid
not
reason.
about
That's
to
all I'm
give you
saying.
more. Like I'm about to give you more than you've ever seen in your life, and you say no, I want more. Who the fuck are you?
I hear what you're saying, bro. I hear what you're saying, but
Like,
I'm the person that you want that you got to draw with. That's who I am.
that's
That's me
right.
and my bargaining
A bunch
shit.
of niggas
You
got
know what I'm saying?
drawers, bro.
No. This is different. This is a draw between me. This is me and you fought, and we came to a draw. This is me and you, not anybody else. I don't care about any other person that came to a draw. They didn't come to a draw with you. You
Cool.
know what
I
I'm saying?
cool. I don't have to fight you again. But I try to fight you again. I give you more money than you ever gonna see, and you say no. I don't have to fight you, bro. You're pricing
No, you're
yourself
right.
out.
You're absolutely right.
So
Look,
why
I'm not
you
gonna
not
argue with
saying
you
he
on that.
pricing himself out? Why you not saying he pricing himself out? You saying
Um,
Tank should go and give him more money personally. When that shit don't go like that, there's hundreds of people that go in between before Tank just say, give him that. But you're pricing
so
yourself the fuck out.
you're right. That is a way of looking at it. I can't look. Hold on. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh
What
no,
you're
you know,
saying
hold
is
on, wait,
valid. I
wait,
agree with you. I agree with you, my guy. I'm agreeing
So
with you. You're
how are you
absolutely
not
right.
saying that he not pricing himself out? You saying
No,
Tank
okay. Listen. Okay, I'll go. Go ahead. Go ahead. My bad. I don't
you
know.
not saying that the man pricing himself out. You saying Tank should just give him the extra money.
Okay, so can I respond real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay, so what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this is just another way of looking at it. You see what I'm saying? Like I can't it's not me in that situation, so I can't say this is what it is, this is what it ain't. What I'm trying to say is this is an option of way he can look at it. That's why I say what you're saying is correct. Because you could look at it from that way point of view too. Hold on, bro. You trying to price yourself out because this you don't even have to I don't even have to rematch with you. So I'm coming back to you putting more money in your pocket when I don't have to. I see it from your point of view. You see what I'm saying? And you're not wrong. You're not wrong from your point of view. This is what I'm
You
trying to
give a
tell
nigga
you.
extra money, bro. Would you give a nigga extra money
It's,
for no
that's
reason?
what I'm trying. So listen, from my point of view, this is just if the shoe was on the other, if I was Tank, bro, and that's just me being honest. If I'm Tank and I want to get this fight over with, and I feel like I can really whoop your ass, and I ain't got no problems, and in my head, I know I just had a fucked up day, and I know I can whoop your ass. Nigga, get this nigga 200,000, 300,000. That's all you asking for. Fuck that shit. Get this motherfucking fight over with, so I can go get in the ring with somebody else that I want to get in the fight with, because I'm gonna make way more money.
How much? How long and how much am I supposed to give you? I'm supposed to
Well,
beg
that's why I
you.
said it all depends on how much he's asking for. It could be 200,000 he's asking for. I wouldn't have a problem giving it up. 300,000 he's asking for. I wouldn't have a problem in giving that up. But if the man's asking for 500,000 more, then maybe I might have a problem now. If the man's asking for 400,000 more, maybe I might have a problem now. Maybe me and my team was like, no, that's too much, bro. He's trying to price himself out. That's when negotiations kick in. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I said to a certain extent, I'm going to say yeah. But if you keep pushing and pushing, and he's like, well, the nigga agreed to 200,000. Let's say 400,000 now. No, nigga, fuck all that. You get 200,000 extra. You agreed to that. Now you want to bump it up to 400,000. I'm cool on that shit. Miss me with that shit. We don't even have to do the rematch, buddy.
I'm not giving. Listen, you've never made what the fuck I'm offering you.
No, you're right. You're right, bro. That's why I'm not knocking what you're saying. You're right.
If you asking for more, I'm gonna be like, listen, bro, I don't have to have this fight.
Yeah.
I don't have to have this fight. I don't. So either you want to go ahead and make this fight and get what you're supposed to be getting, or I'm gonna move on. You can say whatever the fuck you want. And if you say too much, because then we're gonna bury you and nobody will hear from you again. You seen what happened to Gary Russell Jr. You not even him. Keep fucking talking. Nigga, I'm offering you more than you ever seen before. Stop asking for what you think you're gonna get, what you think you should get, bro. This is what it is right now. Is this or no? And then go when you see your next fight. and they offer you peanuts, you're gonna feel fucking stupid, and you're gonna be the champion in a whole other
Yeah.
weight class. So
That's a chance, and you're right. That's a chance he's taking, bro. You're absolutely right. That's why I'm not knocking what you're saying. See, a lot of people want to get pushback on certain shit, but sometimes, you know what? Why argue? Why try to make it seem like you're right or wrong when that's not the situation? Because we all have different views of looking at something, and your way of thinking could be the right way when it comes down to that situation. You see what I'm saying? So why should I knock what you're saying? That's why I can't knock what you're saying because the simple fact is you could be correct.
listen,
You see what I'm saying?
it just comes down to, I mean, Lamont Roach, no disrespect, but you're Lamont Roach. You had a good showing. They could look at it like that, like, bro, you ain't gonna never ever be like that ever again in your life. Um, this could be like when Floyd fought uh, Costello, and then when he fought him again, he dominated him. And then when he fought Madonna, then when he fought him again, he made it look easy. So it could be one of them where you don't really
Yeah.
know. You know what I'm saying? So why would we come out here and pay you all this motherfucking money? And like, listen, bro, we're gonna pay you more than you ever got paid before. We're gonna double what you got last time. And you saying you want this and you want some pay-per-view shit, probably. Like, bro, when it get to they haven't finalized the deal yet, and you start talking about why, and it's because he's asking for a little bit more, bro. You're like, first of all, PBC already don't got no budget over there. So what the fuck are you doing? If they offer you something, unless you got some chic ties, that's what you need to be running with. But since you don't, you need to shut the fuck up. Unless you do, you run it. But if you don't, shut the fuck up. Real talk.
I mean, yeah, look, I understand what you're saying, but
That
you
cause,
know,
bro, you
I just
gonna
sort of look at it from, all point of views, you know what I'm saying? That's why I like actually hearing what different people say because in the long run, we all come up with our own way of thinking. And the way I look at it sometimes, like some people just come out the side of their neck and what they thoughts is just crazy, man. But when you got logic behind it, I don't have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? At all. So
nah, it just become like, bro, how much like if you run a business, like, and then that means if he can come in here and try to extort me for a couple hundred, what you think the big nigga gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
but they have to, but the only way you get to that a point is by you being successful and putting yourself in a position to be almost at that level. You see what I'm saying? If you can't put yourself in that, if you don't have no credentials or you're not coming in at that level, then you don't got no bragging points. You can't come in there and demand anything. You're just gonna be like, what the fuck did you say anyways? And you ignore a motherfucker. You know how some people just look at somebody like, what? And then they just keep talking like they didn't even acknowledge what they said.
That's how they're looking at him, bro. Like, bro,
It could be. It could be.
like, listen, be truly honest with you, no disrespect, but we want the rematch. We don't care, but bro, the outrage for the Mexican people when Isaac Cruz didn't get his rematch was what they still screaming about that shit. That shit was like 3-4 years ago. So, like, bro, fall back and shut the fuck up on some real shit, my nigga. Fall back and be quiet and take that bread that they gonna give you, because it's gonna be more than you ever seen before, and then you gonna have to defend your belt. That's gonna put you in a whole nother realm because you know what I'm saying. You a champion.
Yeah.
You got Tank Davis on your damn card. You got Tank Davis on your belt two times. He had to rematch you. You know what I'm saying. And then if you win, now they gonna start looking at you. Who is this guy that slayed the giant slayer? Who is this guy? You know what I'm saying. So it's on him.
Yeah.
I hope he know what the fuck. You know what I'm saying. But
Hey, look, that's why he has somebody, he has advisors and shit like that. His dad is his manager. His dad is sitting at the table, at the big table, the round table with everybody else. They working it out, and that's what they got lawyers for and shit like that. You pay these people these big bucks to perform and put you in the right spot. You know what I'm saying? So otherwise, somebody got to get fired.
listen,
I am no longer retaining that retaining fee that I pay you yearly. We ain't doing no more monthly. We ain't doing that no more, player. You know what I'm saying? What it comes down to is the lawyer ain't acting right.
That shit
Time
gonna
to
that shit gonna come sooner than you think, cause that nigga is like, listen, don't get talked out of your biggest payday
yeah,
twice.
yeah.
Don't let
Talk
somebody talk
out of it or
because they want a bit because they think they should be getting more. Like, listen, you need to sit down and really figure out, you know what I'm saying, what the fuck is going on.
yeah. Well, they need to rush. They need to finalize this shit, man. Get it out the way because if Tank go fight somebody else, bro, they don't have any rematch. I'm just being honest. In my personal opinion, I feel like you know what, it's 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 kind of like do whatever you got to do to get this fight to happen, bro, so you can get it out the way. Because no matter what, it was just, you had a bad day. In my personal opinion, Tank had a bad day. I don't even like Tank, but no matter what, I'm still not gonna sit there and act like a hater. I think he had a bad day. You know what I'm saying? And if shit just didn't go the way he wanted to because other shit was probably on his mind, whatever it could be, I don't know. But that's what I'm just going to assume. And you know, I feel like in the rematch he should come out and show up, show up and show out. So, not unless it is what it is, take, Lamont Roach, this is really that goddamn good. And he's the reason why, what I'm saying, Tank looked the way he looked because, Lamont Roach is, he's a good fighter. He went in there and did what he had to do. He didn't go in there and fall for the antics of, being, having Tank talk to him all crazy and tell him he can do this and mind fuck him already. He didn't do that Jedi trick on him. So he couldn't do that on Lamont like he did with a lot of other fighters like what he did with Frank Martin. Made Frank Martin flinch so hard, boy. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Tank know what he's doing when he's in that ring. You know what I'm saying? He might take too long coming out, on a fight. He knows how to get inside. He was fucking with Mayweather for so long, bro. Mayweather was smart. He know everything Mayweather did, it was for a reason. You know what I'm saying? When it came to his opponents, when he got ready to fight.
What
Damn,
up?
what good?
What's good?
Ain't shit, nigga. Talking a little boxing.
What
Hell
up,
yeah, I
King?
went to I just did a quick little prediction show over on the channel real quick.
Which fight?
Tomorrow, the Fatal Fury shit, the Rolly Ryan, Dev Ramirez and Tio Barboza.
So who you feel? Who you got?
I got Rolly knocking out. I mean, I got Ryan knocking out Rolly. Like
Yeah.
it ain't that's easy work, bro. That there's nothing that Rolly does that affects Ryan. The only way he wins that is he lands a miracle punch and clips him and knocks him out.
Yeah, he's
Rolly
got a
can
puncher's
crack.
chance. Yes, he's got a puncher's chance.
He got a
Nobody
punch.
can
I ain't gonna
deny that.
lie. He
Yeah.
has that. I will admit that.
That's look. That's what I keep telling people. People say, "How do you think he gonna be able to land?" They say, "Yeah, it's a possibility that he can land that punch, bro. Like you can't
It is.
you
It's
can't sit there
boxing.
and deny that." Yeah, thank you. Like
It's
people act like
boxing.
this is not boxing. You know what I'm saying?
But skill for skill, man,
No,
Ryan
Rocky.
is
No.
faster.
Yep.
That
Yep.
jab, Rolly don't move his head enough. Rolly drop his hands, be off balance. Dog, that left hook is going to land. Man, he gonna hook that boy head off. He
Hey,
landing
Rolly.
the hook off the
Another.
jab. He lead hooking him. He check hooking him. Like it's gonna be Hook City
Look, Rolly. Look, Rolly. One of Rolly's biggest flaws is he's not patient. If he
at
had
all.
patience, you see what I'm saying. If he had patience, because he was actually in that fight. You know what? I mean, believe it or not, he was winning that fight at the beginning before he got knocked out with
He was
Tank.
winning
You
the
know what I'm
Tank
saying?
fight, but
Yeah,
the problem is
he's
Tank
not
don't
like
have a jab. Ryan
yeah.
got a jab. Ryan gonna
Well,
jab
well,
that boy
that's what I'm
head
saying. He's
off.
not patient enough. You see what I'm saying? Because he went in for the kill when he shouldn't have went in for the kill when Tank was on the ropes. You see what I'm saying? And Tank said, "Yep, I
hmm
got him." He said, "Yep, I got him." You know what I'm saying? And he went
Ryan
for the
gonna
kill.
Ryan gonna box that boy head off his
Yeah,
shoulders. Ryan's jab
yeah.
is fast.
He's got quick ass hands, and another thing too, his jab. He knows like different levels of the jab. He can go from short jab, he can do a medium jab and a long jab, because that's how he was catching Devin with the long jab. Because Devin was like, man, he just came around my guard. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't see it coming. So he's coming with that long jab. You know, what I mean, the long hook. You know what
Yes,
I'm
sir.
saying? When he was doing that shit. So he man, look, look. Ryan should win the fight. That's all that's known,
Yeah,
no matter
Ryan
what.
wins this fight. I think he stops him. Uh, the I ain't gonna lie, the Jose Ramirez Dev Haney fight, right? Like
Mhm.
the other two fights, I think are honestly more closer to 50-50, depending on I think how the favorites in the fight come and prepare. And I say that because a focused Devin Haney is tough to beat. A focused Teofimo Lopez is tough to beat. But Arnold Barboza comes to fight.
Hey,
Jose
hell yeah, bro.
Ramirez comes to
Hell
fight.
yeah.
They don't back down. They ain't no pushovers. They're rugged. They both can fight. Now the difference is Arnold Barboza can box his ass off, but he don't punch worth a damn. Jose can crack. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, it's
Uh,
true.
so I'm anxious to see how Dev's chin holds up. But I think Dev is gonna do a lot better because they went out and picked up Sugar Shane Mosley for this camp. Now I don't know if he's a full-time coach now over there with Team Haney and DHP, or if they just picked him up for this camp. But the fight's gonna be at 47. So Dev got more weight on him. He's more rugged. He's closer to his walk around weight. He's sturdier, carries a little more pop with the weight and the momentum behind his punch. And I think Shane is gonna have that boy doing squats and neck ups, you know,
Well,
to
yeah,
work on that chin and that equilibrium.
Sugar Shane basically said we was talking with Bill, and he said, look, man, I can get it to where your son, you know what I'm saying, he can move certain kind of ways and derive more power. He was like, what, for real? So, they ended up contacting each other, and he pulled up the camp and started showing them, working with him.
Yeah.
So, so supposedly he's supposed to have just a little bit more power, which would be cool to see. So, but then that means he's taking more chances. You see what I'm saying? And I want to
Yeah.
see, and I want to see him. This is what I really want to see. I want to see him be the old dead man, box his head off, move around that ring. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Use that jab. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see him sitting in there trying to sit in that pocket to deliver that extra punch. With a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I want to see
Yes.
him get in there
I
with
want
a
the power to
two-piece
carry
jab.
when it's time to. When it's time
Yeah,
for you to land that punch, all right, throw it, cool, and let me see. But you don't try to go out here being who you're not as a fighter. You go
hmm
do what you do best.
yeah. I think Devin should win that fight, bro. I mean,
I
just
think
because
so.
Ramirez, just because look, 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 hey, Ramirez is coming. They've been working on they want to hurt Devin. That's what they want to do. They want to hurt Devin. So they've been working on the hook. You know what I'm saying, and being more aggressive, I guess. So I mean, to be honest with you, that's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to get in there. Ramirez is gonna have to get in there and be aggressive with that man. You know what I'm saying? Put him in positions he's gonna have to take a chance. He's gonna have to, because
True.
otherwise you're gonna get your head boxed off. He's gonna get boxed beat. He gonna get he Devin should go in there and be able to box his motherfucking head off, bro. Keep that
I
jab in
agree.
his face, that 1-2, that 1-1-2. You know what I'm saying? Or
I
one
agree.
three. Or 1-3. You know what I
I
mean?
agree. No, I
Shit.
agree wholeheartedly. Um, and it's wild because like I say, that fight, I feel like Teofimo is tough to beat as a, you know what I mean? Like when you got Tio focused, Tio is tough to beat. But the problem I see with Tio fights to the level of his opposition. You know
Yeah,
what I
well,
mean?
you got him
Yep.
almost.
You're right. You're right. You want to know
He
one thing I
fights to the
like what
level.
Barboza said? What,
Uh-uh.
so check this out. Barboza said this, and this is what I like. I like on wait he word when he said this. He said basically he said the thing about Tio is that he's very athletic, and that's what gets him out of situations a lot of times. He said
True.
he can box. He can box. He knows he can box. But I like how he brought it to the attention of because this is what I was thinking of. You're gonna have to deal with Teal's athleticism because he's very athletic. You see what I'm saying? He's gonna be able to
Yes.
move in that ring and do what he's got to do. So I like how he said that. That lets me that to me it seems like he's preparing for he's really he's going in there. He's gonna really fight, bro. This is gonna be a good ass fucking fight. Like that's what I'm saying. I hope Tio ain't underestimating this man because this man coming to fight, bro. When he said that, that let me know that he paying attention. He understands what he's getting in the ring with. He ain't going in there for no bag, bro. He's really trying to win
Absolutely.
this fight.
Tio gonna beat the shit out of
He could listen, look, he could, but no matter what, I'm going for the underdog in this one, man. Look, I'm going for the underdog. I want Barbosa to win this fight because he's saying all the right things, but can he perform? Can he show up and show out?
That's
And do what
true.
he said he's going to do? That's the
I think
question right
he
there.
I think this fight goes the distance. I think Tio wins by decision, whether it's unanimous or split. I think Tio wins by decision. But
Oh,
if he can't convince Tio with something, if he can't hit Tio with something convincing to make him respect his power, it might be a lot longer of a night than we think.
yeah, yeah, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying, bro. You got to understand. Like, look, man, I'm telling you right now, and I'm just being honest. That's going to be a goddamn good fight. Tio, I think that's going to be one of the best fights on the card. Tio and
Do
fucking
y'all think?
Barbosa because
Do y'all think a switch of opponents would have made for even more dynamic fights? Like if Arnold Barboza would have fought Devin Haney and Jose
oh
Ramirez was
yeah,
like Teofimo
oh yeah.
Lopez.
No, you know what? Yeah, yeah, I can agree to that. I agree to that. But I like the way it is now. I'm okay with the way it is because you know what? Devin, this is a fight where Devin can get in there with somebody that's gonna grind it out. You know what I'm saying? He come he's fighting somebody. He ain't taking no. It's not an easy fight. You know what I'm saying? But it's a fight that Devin should win. You see what I'm saying? In my opinion. So it's
Makes
not an
sense.
easy fight. You know what I'm saying? It's not an easy fight, but it's a fight that he should win. You know what I mean? Because he's the A side. So come on now.
So
You
we
know what I
got
mean?
all the favorites pick to win tomorrow night. We got Ryan, Dev, and Tio.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm giving pushback on that. I'm gonna say Barbosa because I rather I know Tio should win. Tio should win the fight, bro. But I like what Barbosa's saying, bro. I'm gonna go for him, man, because I like what he's
And
saying.
I
Because
like the way
even
I
when
like the run he's been on, man. He's
yeah,
been man.
go ahead, fam, go ahead.
No, I'm about to say I like the run he's been on. He's 32-0. He's still undefeated. His
Yeah.
last, few fights, they've been some dog fights. But
Hmm.
bro, he had a nice little run. Knocked out
But see,
Richard Covey, beat Jack Catterall for
yep,
the
yep,
interim. You know what I
yep.
mean? Like
Yeah.
he doing this
When
shit.
I watched that fight, I was like, this is motherfucker Barboza. Ooh wee. Putting pause on that
Yeah.
motherfucker Jack, because I assumed Jack should win. But point I was getting ready to make right now is that I think I like his composure, bro. I like
Mm.
Barboza's composure, bro. Like even when Tio was coming with his crazy antics, he was like, man, it's all good. I don't care about the mask. I don't care about that slap. It's all good. That to me, I like that, man. I like that. So that's why I said I'm going for the underdog in this one. Because
No, no, that makes
you
sense for
know,
sure. I
because
just know it's
he's
gonna be a fireworks fight.
yeah, because his mindset is, man, you can do whatever you want to do, come with this bullshit antics. But when we get in that ring, that belt ring, we gonna see. That's what I'm getting from this. You know
For
what I'm
sure.
saying? I ain't
For
getting I'm
sure.
scared at all. I'm coming here for a bag at all. I ain't getting none of that. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, okay, yeah, that's to me that fight is gonna be the best one. Now, Devin Haney fight that might be a barn burger too. That might be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? But I think it should be. I'm gonna say like this, man. Devin Haney has the ability to box his head off like he did Regis Progress. He
Agreed.
could go in there. He could go in there and do a performance like that against Ramirez.
Do you think
That,
do you think him going out and performing like that, right? Do you think
mm,
that puts him kind of back in
no,
do you think people start
no,
looking at him, putting it back in
no,
the good graces of people?
nope, nope. That's just my opinion. No, and the reason why is because people are gonna make excuses because it's Devin Haney. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
So it's Devin Haney. So no matter what he does, now if he goes in there and he knocks this motherfucker out quickly, that could be yeah. People are gonna look at him differently, bro. That
Cause I feel
yes,
like he
yes.
gotta play the bad guy role right now. I feel like he has to embrace being the bad guy, the heel. He gotta step into that role, right? Go out here, beat shit down Jose Ramirez leg, get the rematch with Ryan Garcia, go in there and dog walk Ryan Garcia, and then I
Mm-hmm.
think people will be back on the Devin Haney train.
Devin Haney has a lot of pressure on him with this fight right here, man. First of all, he's on the undercard. He's fighting as an on the undercard. He's not the main event. You see what I'm saying? He should be the main event. He's looked at as the bad guy, the person that tested positive for PEDs is the main event over him. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, that's crazy
he
to me too.
yeah, he's looked at as the bad guy in the situation when he wasn't the one that was done wrong. You know what I mean? So that's crazy, bro.
I ain't
And
never, yeah, that was nuts to
and,
me.
and not just that, fam. He's listen. Devin Haney getting booed. Like there's a difference now. Like the fans are actually literally now. I'm gonna say this. Now you have to accept. I know one reason why he's getting the fans are booing him like this is because he's on a Mexican card. You see what I'm saying? So these all pretty much all these fights are it's like a Mexican card. You see what I'm saying? So he's the only black guy on there fighting. So he automatically gonna be the bad guy. You see what I'm saying? But let's just hope that he's mentally prepared for what he's going through. Like this ain't gonna affect him. Like with all the booze and him having to basically explain himself 24/7 on some stupid shit. You know what I mean? Like I just hope his mental is good, solid.
I got you. I got you for sure. For sure. What about you, Smoke? What you think?
Man, Teofimo Lopez is the most disrespected fighter on this card.
I mean, can you can you blame him?
I'm just saying. That's why I
But
think he's doing the most. I think he's the last showman to actually know like how to damn just sell a fight, bro. Just bro,
like how to promote himself with a fight, talk his shit, and then go out there and back it up.
he freestyling his whole shit. He ain't supposed to be saying what he's saying. He ain't supposed to have the airtime he's supposed to have.
Yeah, he is
Mm.
freestyling and
He
shit. Yeah, I
freestyling
get
his whole shit, bro. Like everything is scripted for Ryan and Devin. They're not even fighting each other. They know Ramirez know
Mm.
how to talk. Rolly over there being nonchalant. Who's really selling this fight? It's scripted.
Nobody.
It's scripted for Devin and Ryan. Tio's the one doing all the antics. Tio
yeah,
had the
yeah.
hat on.
Ryan.
Like
No,
niggas
that's
forget.
true.
Tio had the hat on with the belt. When the niggas knocked his hat off, that's when Tio slapped the shit out of him. Tio's the one doing and to be truly
Yeah,
honest,
but you know what? He's doing a smart thing though.
hold on. But they fighting in Times Square. Who's from New York?
Tio.
Yep.
Who's the most? And he's fighting first. When it comes to the make, who's the most disrespected fighter on this card, bro? I just feel like Tio gonna be the one to show up and show out.
But I mean, do you feel like Tio done that to himself?
That's how I feel.
Huh?
I said, do you feel like Tio done that to himself? Like he shot himself in the foot with the antics.
Yeah. No.
Because I mean, it's no denying. There's no denying his talent. He's a hell of a fighter. There's no denying that. In that ring, he is when he's focused. He is arguably one of the best fighters in the world. He is arguably one of the best fighters in the division, hands down. Like, and honestly, like, you know what I mean? He's one of the most. He's probably. I'd probably put him as top three and 140, hands
All right.
down, hands
Okay.
down. Um, but his
I don't
antics
know.
make
Hey,
him
hold
not a
on.
likable
Can I ask
person.
you something real quick though, fam? Who's your top three though? If you don't mind me asking that real quick.
At
I just want to see
140,
who. Yeah, because I want to throw. I want to throw alley oop. I want to throw some a wrench in there maybe. Just let me see who your top three. Let me see if you have the
oh
person I'm about to throw in
shit.
there.
I mean,
Yeah, I
in
want to
my
see.
opinion, the top fighters at 140 is Tio,
Uh,
Shakur.
okay. Okay.
Tio, Shakur ain't even had to fight.
He didn't even
Shakur,
have
Tio, Shakur.
He's stupid. Hold on. You want to know who I'm gonna throw in there because
Who
he's
that?
proved himself real quick? Richardson Hitchens. Hitchison. Richard Hitchens. Because I like how he talking, bro, and he has the ability to actually get in there and box. You see what
But
I'm
what I
saying?
it's a lot of it's okay. 40 is a deep division because I mean you still got the likes of, like I say, outside of the T.O., the Devins. I mean, Regis is talking about jumping back in the mix, but you still got the Josh Taylors, the Jose
Man,
Ramirez,
he
the
need to
Jack
retire.
Herrers.
We just need to fucking retire, bro.
You got the Richard Comeys, the Richardson Hitchens. Um, who else? I mean, Barboza, just to name a few. You know what I mean? Like all of these guys, I feel like should be fighting each other in and out the division because these are like some of the best fighters in that division. That's a deep fucking division. Gary Antoine Russell is at 140, and this nigga is
Yeah,
nice.
yep. He's one of
You
them
know what I'm
too.
saying?
So I would say the two of the fighters right now, bro, that if you put them in the ring with Chio or them right now in the 140 division, that
Y'all
are
niggas
dark
forgot Gary
horses,
got a belt. Y'all niggas forgot Gary got a belt.
huh?
Y'all forgot Gary got a
Yeah,
belt.
yep. And Gary does have a belt now too. I
Yeah.
would say, and Richard, what about Richard? Doesn't he have a belt too?
Yeah.
Oh, I
So I
forgot
would say
about
those two
Shock.
right. Yep. Oh,
Well,
Shocky. No, he's at one. He's at 135, right?
He's
Shock
at
No,
ain't
he's
going
at
to
130.
135.
He's at 130. He's at 130 going to
Oh no, yeah,
135.
30. Yeah,
Correct?
30.
Yeah, he's at 130 going to. He's at 130. So he said he could move up to 135, but
He said he
Shakur
could go
shut
to
that shit down.
35.
Yeah,
That's,
he did. He
you know
did.
what? You
So,
know what?
but what I'm saying is, but what I'm saying, those two fighters right there,
In this
Richard and Antoine, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Them two fighters right there, they can really disrupt 140.
I expect Gary Antoine Russell to make noise now. He got a belt.
hold
Like,
on.
Yeah, yeah. I
you
think both
can't
of them.
deny him now.
Hold on. At 140.
I'm telling you, those two fighters right there can. Man, I think. Listen, I think they could beat Devin Haney. I think they could beat TL. You know what I'm saying? That at 140, they could. I mean, not
Devin's
Devin
not at
Haney. He's at
140 anymore.
147. Yeah, I know.
Devin's
That's
at
why I had to.
147. He's at
Yeah, I
one.
was trying to retract that real quick. I was trying to retract that. But
Top five fighters at 140. Uh, until further notice, it go T.O. Pulio
yep,
between Gary Antoine and Richardson Henderson.
yep.
Then you got Sabrina Matias. And
Ooh, I
after
got
that,
some.
after that,
I
after
don't think he's
that,
on that level anymore, bro. Not with them in there. I think he gets
talking about
X'd
you
out.
about to fight Pulio right now. You
Yeah,
got a
I
title
forgot
shot
about
right now.
Subriel. I forgot about Matias.
You
I
fighting
But
completely
Pulio
but
right
forgot
but
about
the reason
Matias.
why I'm saying what I'm saying because Hitchison he's calling his ass out, man. He wants that smoke with Matias. He's like, man, you feel like everybody trying to say I ducked your ass, man. Let's fight. Let's
You
fight. I
can't.
want that fight.
I'm fighting Pulio. I'm fighting. To be truthfully honest, Sabrina Matias, who was the boogeyman, is fighting the boogeyman. Because y'all see what Pulio did to Antoine Russell.
Hmm.
Like, let's be
Hmm.
real. Niggas is not jumping in the ring to fight Pulio like that.
Yeah. Hey, look, all I'm saying
He
is this:
made
140
Antoine
is
look sloppy that fight. He did. He made
Yeah,
Antoine look
yeah,
very sloppy.
yeah. But
And
listen, 140 is wide open. It's open right now, man. There's some these young guns, these people coming up. They hungry, bro. He- And I love and that performance at Antoine's his last performance was really good, man. He had a really good performance.
he had a
He
great
really
showing.
did.
He
Yeah,
did.
he really did, man. I'm gonna give him props because I was writing his ass off because the performance when he took that loss, I'm like, man, this overhyped ass over a hype job, like motherfucker, boy. And then hey, look, just like Richardson, he proved himself to me too. Because I was like, this nigga is a joke. Like, how is he even winning? And then all of a sudden, he just started. I guess he started being dedicated to his craft, and
Oh,
it's
so you
showing.
laid on Africa. To be truly honest with you, you laid on Africa. Africa been
Huh?
like that. Africa been like that. He ain't what you seeing is what Africa been doing. Just be
Well,
truly honest with you. He ain't
no,
you
I understand it. I understand it. But what I'm saying is, when I was believing in him, and he had some shitty performances. That's all I'm trying to say. So performances that made me question him. You know, like is he really about that life? You know what
that's
I'm
wrong
saying? Is he
matchmaking.
as good as he says he is?
That's called wrong matchmaking. That's called you putting him in. He taking fights where he ain't gonna look good, and he's still taking them. A lot of guys don't
Yeah.
take those fights. So
No, I can understand that. I can understand that.
you know what
You
I'm
know what
saying?
I'm saying?
And
But that's why I said he's proved himself, bro. That's what I'm saying. He's proved himself to me. And Antoine. Africa and Antoine, man, they don't prove themselves to me, bro. And I like what I see. You know what I'm saying? I hope they can just keep up the good work. You know what I mean? That's what that's all I want to say on that shit. I hope they keep up the motherfucking good work, bro, for real.
so let me ask y'all this question: how do y'all feel about Manny Pacquiao getting ready to fight Mario Barrio?
That's some bullshit if I ever seen it.
Yeah, I don't care about that shit, man.
And tell me that's not the biggest duck in history. You can't tell me he didn't duck Bud and every other fighter. I'm gonna run with that forever. Like, nah.
Hey, listen though. I just told you, Blue, before.
Yeah.
Remember how I just said they're gonna run Boots up out of 147? He ain't gonna get no more
Yeah.
goddamn unification fight. You think
he
Mario's
he can get one. He can get one with Norman. He just got to step up to the plate.
how he gonna fight Norman when they already got bro? Norman got 2 fights locked in with top rank.
He can fight Norman. He can fight Norman right after he fights Sasaki.
It's another
Jin
fight locked
Sasaki.
in, bro. You just don't yo, hey,
What other fight does
Cam,
he have? What
Cam,
other fight does he have lined up?
Cam.
What up?
He don't understand how top rank do business once they get the belt.
Yeah.
You don't
So you
understand.
said. So
You're
what you
not
trying to tell me is
understanding.
that?
You're not understanding it.
Well, I mean, I see what you're saying, but what I'm saying
Not
is
getting
like,
a title shot, bro. That's why they was already talking about we gonna move up if they don't want to fight. Barrios fight Manny Pacquiao, and Brian Norman is fighting in Japan. After that, you know he got to come over here and fight a Mexican. What's wrong with you, bro? You don't see the writing on the wall, nigga. Get your big ass out of here, go on to 54. You don't see it? Get your ass out of here,
Yeah.
go on.
yeah, I mean, I see it, but he says he wants to stay at 147. So
Only fight he got is Caliban.
I mean, no, that's not. I mean, well, I
Who
don't know,
else
man.
gonna
I don't
fight
know
him?
what to say.
Who else gonna fight him? Who?
I've already told you who would fight him.
He don't make his fights, my nigga. What you don't
No, I
fucking
understand it.
understand.
I understand what you're saying. I
So
understand.
then who he gonna fight?
I
Who he gonna
I
fight?
mean,
Bingo.
he can fight. You know who he can fight? He can fight fucking Blair Cobb, Blair the Flair.
Blair's ranked in the WBO. Unless his new guy they can get him into the WBA and the IBF, he not fighting Blair, bro.
Well, I mean, I'm just telling you, Blair would take that fight because he ain't got no fight lined up right now.
He not gonna take that fight. He got
Who,
every
Blair?
Boots got everything to lose in that fight. And even if
Yeah,
Boots
yeah,
look good losing, and it don't look like if it's
yeah.
an
That wouldn't be a good look at all.
self defense, that means let me explain something to you, bro. Oh, but you might know if it's a Boots don't want no more goddamn IBF defenses. And
I know that. I know that
don't
he
want
don't
no
want to have to lose
more
that weight no more.
no, it's unification. He don't want to have to weigh in and then weigh
Yeah,
in. No,
yeah.
You see how he looked with fight Stanionis, bro? He's 170 pounds. Easy. Stanionis
Yeah.
couldn't get that. He walking right through. Stanionis catching him with some solid, clean shit. Walking right through that shit.
Hey, so hold on. From the performance that Conor Ben put on, what about Boots in it? Boots and Conor Ben. I've been telling y'all. I keep telling
Gotta
y'all. I
be a
said that'd be
fight,
a good
bro.
ass
I
fight.
tell you, that's a fight if he fights Conor Ben. But Conor Ben is
Yeah.
in the fucking. Wait, hold on, wait. Let me make
Connor
sure.
Ben don't have a gas tank, in my opinion.
Nah, if you
I,
gotta go
I,
watch that
no,
last fight.
no. I
Watch the
think he
Christian Rose
does.
fight? Did you watch the
I
Christian
think he
Rose fight?
do.
I didn't see the whole Eubanks fight. I only
Go
caught the
watch the
highlight
whole
game.
fight. Nah, Conor.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, Conor Ben. He's got a gas tank, bro. He's got the gas tank.
Got one now because he ain't never
Yeah,
had a tank.
yeah, he's got the gas tank, bro. Because he was the only reason why he couldn't really hurt. What's the name is because he's too big. He's just too big, honestly.
Here's the thing. Conor Ben is nowhere in IBF. He's 7th in the WBA. So you got before that, they already talking about Ryan could get boots before anybody else. Rolly could probably get him because this is 47. Devin Haney could get him. Devin Haney could get him. Jose Ramirez could get him. In the WBA, I mean WBC, Conor Ben's ranked number 3rd. Some other nigga, I'm not gonna fuck his name up, Sis Cahoyo or some shit like that. And then Devin Haney, but he's already looking at fighting Ryan. So when it comes to a title shot, the best he got is Conor Ben. I mean, who he gonna fight? Lewis Crocker or Shakram Javaziev? Patty Donovan, Jen Sasaki's already fighting Brian Norman Jr.
Yeah.
Alexis Rocha, um, Gabrielle Mastre, Nicholas
I go
Flores,
beat up Alexis Rocha.
huh?
I go beat up on Alexis Rocha.
How much longer you think you're gonna get respect beating up on him before
I
they say they
know.
get your ass to goddamn 54?
I know. You should have been undisputed already. The fuck?
And these niggas is not gonna hand these belts over to you unless you're gonna pay an extreme amount. Eddie.
Eddie. Eddie.
Hey, Bill Haney, Bill Haney, and
Oscar
Oscar
De La
boy.
Hoya.
Yeah,
No,
that's
leave,
it.
leave Oscar the fuck alone.
Hey, look, for real. I just said I'll take my shirt. Don't make me take my bet off on you, boy. You
Nigga,
know what I'm
Oscar,
saying?
like, hey Bill, Oscar will beat you up in them fishnet in them heels, bro. He'll do you dirty. Leave Oscar the fuck alone. Leave Oscar alone, bro. Like, talk about Oscar, like, I can't say nothing about you. Not,
Yeah.
not recently, anyway. Like, so don't be pushing this race car shit, bro. Like, bro, stop.
Yeah, Bill was out of pocket, bro.
Stop talking to Ryan because Devin wasn't. Stop talking to Ryan. Devin wasn't even answering questions about Ryan like that till Bill started just his little like, I can't be out the spotlight. It's got to be me.
Well, I didn't like how Bill was addressing Derek DJ, you know what I'm saying, about him having a performance enhancements. Like he has no control over that, man. He can't control what he controls, training and fighter. He don't control you have a nutritionist, you have other people that do that kind of stuff. Why he knows this though, so why is he coming up there with the bullshit ass points that he was trying to make? He was bullshit.
Because he Bill Haney and he's got to be in the mix. And y'all got to talk about me. If you ain't saying I'm doing something, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, and you see how Derek didn't even answer him. He was like, "Man, I ain't answering this stupid shit."
Yeah,
He
I'm not going to keep going back and
he gently slid the
forth.
mic over. You see how he gently slid? He said, "Okay, we're done."
You're going to keep talking while I'm talking. You're going to ask me a question. I'm answering. You're going to ask me another one. You're going to ask me another one. You're going to ask me another one. Nigga,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I like how he just gently slid it over. He said, "Okay, we're done."
Like Trainer for trainer, Derrick James will beat you the fuck up. Like, chill the fuck out,
Yeah,
Bill.
yeah. He could have got beat up by Oscar and DJ. DJ would put the paws on him, bro.
All this dumb shit. Chill out, bro.
And you know, listen, and you could tell that. See, I can see he was holding a mitts or something like that, but Bill don't do nothing like that. So he ain't taking those punches like some Derrick James and Oscar. Well, Oscar ain't doing it either now, but
This nigga just
yeah,
talking, man. This nigga doing
yeah.
motherfucking talking. Leave these niggas alone. Stop fucking with them. You just worry about your son. Your son fight Jose Ramirez.
Hmm.
Worry about that. You worry about Ryan. You worry about nigga. Go do celebrity fighting. Do fight Ryan's dad. You the promoter. Cool. Fight Oscar. Other than that, man, just play your part. Shut the fuck up. It's bad when the crowd is yelling, "Shut the fuck up, Bill," and they not Mexican. All of them not Mexican. It's black niggas telling you shut the fuck up too.
Yeah, that's why I said I hope mentally that they're prepared for what's going on. Don't let that affect them. Because this all that when people tell them to shut up and the fans really against you, yeah, that I hope that that doesn't affect Devin Haney's performance. He goes in there and he can basically he can keep his focus, man, on the fight.
Nah, he motherfucking he he built for it.
Yeah, yeah, he better be. He was under Mayweather, man. Mayweather gonna get you right for them bright lights. You know what I'm saying?
You want the villain role, you got it, nigga. You want the villain
Yeah.
role, you got it. You want to be a villain? There you go. Be a villain. Be the villain.
Hmm.
Play it up. You want to be the bad guy. You want to be looked at like that. Go ahead, my nigga. Do it. Do what you're doing. Do what you're doing. Do what the fuck you doing. Be the bad guy. Act like you don't got no common sense. Go ahead.
I
That's it.
know, huh? I
Go
know.
right ahead and go right ahead and be the dummy. I don't got no problem with you. If that's what you want to do, go ahead. I don't see no problem. I don't see nothing wrong with it. You want to be the dummy? Me personally, looking at it, I'm like, you should be worried about Jose Ramirez. And then after that, you can just go into the Ryan Garcia fight, or you can be looking into trying to get a championship. You can throw your name in the hat with the Mario Barrios because you're the number one contender to WBC. That's what you should be worried about. Like y'all going back and forth with Ryan off the rip. Dad, chill. I ain't even worried about him, Dad. I ain't worried about him.
Yeah, I didn't like how that was being put out there. That was being put out there, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you because I felt like that was it's kind of the way he was coming at him. It's just disrespectful, man. In my personal opinion, like how he's coming at everybody, and that makes me think that if he's going through that, they're showing how they truly feel because they're showing how they truly feel. So I hope they can calm all that down to where they're not. They can go when it comes to fight night. They can perform correctly, man. That's all I'm saying.
I'll be truly honest with you. What happened to his son was they did to his son because they couldn't like actually physically get to him, so they did that to his son like that. That's what I was
Yeah.
told. Like his son was gonna pay the goddamn price for his actions, and he still ain't
Hmm.
learned. You know what I'm saying? He's still out here running around saying the same shit, talking shit. Like, bro, shut the fuck up. Wait till like fight night or something. Or if you're gonna talk shit, like there's nothing for you to say to Jose Ramirez in his camp. That's why you going at Ryan Daddy. So if you're gonna go at Ryan Daddy, do that shit on your own time. This press conference wasn't your time. That was your son's time. I just think, you
Yeah.
got your son to here, you got your son there. I ain't saying you gotta step away and don't be there. But bro, we tired of hearing you, Bill. Literally. Just don't want to hear you for a while. You can come back and it'll be great. But we don't want to hear you. Like we just want to hear Devin. and what Devin really think, and how Devin really feel. Is what it is. If you want to answer questions, answer them shit somewhere else. But like, we don't care about you on this big stage over here. We really don't. I was like, damn, these niggas is telling Bill to shut the fuck up. They screaming, shut the fuck up, Bill, shut the fuck up. That's not what you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Having riding through on your damn joint on some real shit. But that's Bill. I don't know why, but that's him. I know I would be like, man, yeah, hey Pop, on some real shit, just calm down a little bit. Just calm it down. Doing a little too much. You just calm it down a little bit, Papa Bear.
Nah, you right though, dude. When it comes down to it, bro, you know, people gotta respect, man.
Man, that nigga don't got none of that. And
Well,
shit.
I mean, you know what? They gotta learn anything, goddamn
That nigga ain't got
it.
none of that, man. Like, if he ain't learned it by now, bro, like, think about how many gyms he done been in. Like, think about the
Yeah,
gyms.
yeah, you right.
You know what I'm saying? The
You right.
niggas he been with, the Mickey
You're right.
Mays, the Chop Chop Corleys, the Floyd Mayweather seniors, the like just his son, just sending his son everywhere and then trying to take the credit for it and shit like that. Like, uh, if you did you watch the workout? You saw who was doing the pad work with Devin. You know who that
Um,
nigga is.
no, I've seen who he is, but I don't know. No, I didn't recognize him.
All right, I'm gonna tell you who he is. I don't know if he still is or if he not, but he used to be one of the guys in Floyd Corner. That's Nate Jones.
Oh yeah. I didn't know it was him. Yeah. I'm lying. My apologies. When you said the name, I was like, yeah, I knew. I'm trying to do some shit right now, so I'm moving around.
That's Nate Jones. So
Some
I don't know how long he gonna let Nate. How much of a leash Nate gonna have, but Nate Jones is solid. But I don't know if he gonna let Nate Jones. You know what I'm saying? Do what he's supposed to do.
yeah, man. That shit's crazy, but you know what? It's gonna be some good fights this weekend. 2 days of fights. You know, it's Friday and Saturday.
Nah,
I'm,
three
I'm,
days
I'm, I'm,
because 3 days because anyway fighting on Sunday.
oh, that's right. Yeah, shit.
Anyway fighting on Sunday,
This is
nigga.
a
Like
loaded week. This is a
it's,
loaded ass
it's
week.
see when you got a channel, bro, you gotta know this shit because you gotta keep because you may be like, you know what? I'm gonna go live. I gotta go live 3 days, whether it's for I'm gonna be doing the watch party or I'm gonna be doing the recap.
Yeah,
Niggas gonna want to be talking about what they thinking and what they seeing and how they feel, and then I gotta run it up. You know what I'm saying? Cause Mac, B Mac ain't doing it like that.
yeah.
Uh,
Ain't nobody doing it right now, bro. It's crazy.
where the fuck is like you see where the fuck is Gucci at right about now? I hope Gucci's good. Um,
Yeah,
so when you look at it, it's like me, body work here and there. So it's like me. I send a back signal out every time in the group chat. Niggas pull up if they got a time. If they don't, like I just try to keep it. You know what I'm saying?
you available for people to lock
Yeah.
in.
And then I'm waiting on what you call to get his shit popping, and then niggas gonna do that. Because Bill, like as soon as Bills and his homeboy get a live popping, niggas gonna be running over there jumping up on that too.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you know the cat BVO. You heard about
What'd you say, bro? What'd you say?
it's a guy named BVO. He started like he brought a collaboration in of guys that's gonna always be there when he hit them to pull up and talk boxing or just talk random shit. and he started like this whole little network. But like, I want to do this shit too, but like certain niggas got to be on page and got to be able to be accessible, and a lot of people ain't accessible when I'm going live. When I'm about to end the live, then certain people be pulling up. So that's how that one goes. But uh for the next little few minutes, I'm gonna run this shit up with the what I was doing before. So I'm here. We just gonna run it up on what I'm gonna take. I'm just gonna be assessing what niggas was saying.
Like debate.
Oh, can I ask you something? Can I ask you something real quick, free? If
Yeah,
you
I'm
Yeah.
saying
eating
when
right
you're
now.
saying
I'm eating right now.
by debate, you're talking about uh basically having a negative reaction and then saying that he wants to fight
No.
Keyshawn.
Not saying that he wants to
Okay, I
fight
just wanted more.
Keyshawn.
I need to have a better understanding what you're saying. That's
Yeah,
why I asked you. Go ahead.
not saying that he wants to fight Keyshawn, but he might not use his words wisely. He might say something that trigger a negative effect on Keyshawn. Like he might say something not to put down Keyshawn, or he didn't mean to put down Keyshawn, but the words, the way it comes off on Twitter is like he's putting down Keyshawn, and people
Like
gonna
saying
run with the
something like
video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
People
saying
gonna play
something like, yeah,
wordplay and then run
imagine
like
if
the
my
wind with
hands
it. Yeah.
right.
saying something, imagine if my hands was
That's what I mean
100%.
when I say Shakur might be the first one to bite the bait. Now I don't care if a fight come between the two, I don't care. I want to see who's the
Yeah.
better between the two brothers. I mean they quote unquote they call each other
Yeah.
brothers. I want
But
to see who's
So
the best between the two.
I
But
just
I
wanted
mean
to
I
come in and
Shakur,
say
understand.
this
I
real
know they
quick.
don't want to fight each other.
I just wanted to
Shakur
Yeah,
mentioned
Blue.
on that.
Yeah, Blue. I came back at the right fucking time. You heard what the fuck he said.
come in
Huh?
and say this real quick. Basically, let's say
What the fuck was
let's say
that?
Keyshawn stops him. Let's say Keyshawn stops him, right? To read what Shakur says right after the stoppage, because you know he likes to tweet during the fights and stuff like that. If he said something like, "Yeah, imagine if my hands was 100% when I fought this guy, it wouldn't have even been close." That even though he's not saying he's not saying too much or whatever. It's the whole part of imagine the fight wouldn't have been close and yada yada yada. Some people
Shakur
gonna
scared
see
of Keyshawn, man.
they gonna be like, nah, bro, why is you trying to take Sean away from little bro, man? All you
Um,
had to do was say congratulations, great stoppage, blah, blah, blah. We didn't need to hear it be about you in any way, shape, or form.
now
If
I will. No, go ahead first. My bad. Paul. I thought you
no,
were
no,
done.
I was just gonna say, just land the plane real fast with just if he does something within that scope, it might come off negative to the fans and looking at it like, bro, that's supposed to be little bro, let him shine.
Yeah. So no, I can dig that. I can dig that. So Shakur said even if say for instance. So he said styles make fights because I even say the same thing too. Styles make fights. So Shakur said he don't care, what I'm saying if Keyshawn beats him, in a certain kind of way because styles make fights. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, I don't think that Keyshawn Shakur should say anything, but if he does, then you know what? It's gonna be like you're kind of you're opening the door for people to hit backlash you. You see what I'm saying? For backlash. So I think he needs to keep the same energy, which he's been saying that is, look, he should congratulate him if anything. Hey man, good fight. You know what I'm saying? The way you did it, appreciate that. You did a good job. That's what he should do. Come up with anything else, he can get some backlash. Now, is he doing that because of marketing reasons? Don't know. You see what I'm saying? So we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. So
Hey, hey, Bobby. Let me ask you, how you feel about that?
I was gonna say if he do anything different than what he been doing, people gonna make something out of this. I told y'all this was coming down the pipe. I said it before. I said now once he start winning because they already saying already a lot of people out here saying that Keyshawn is better. It's a lot of people jumping ship, a lot of people straddling the fence, and a lot of people thinking the grass is greener on the other side when it comes to Shakur and Key. So if he do anything uncharacteristic, like not be tweeting right after the fight or and they are going to scrutinize whatever he say. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
if it's
yeah.
not cut and dry, like I told you, dude was too small or something like that, and just leaving it like that, they're going to interpret whatever. So he's going to have to be very meticulous about that tweet, man, because it's going to happen, man. Like him winning alone, because him picking De Los Santos was a chess move. That was a chess move, him picking De Los Santos. He could have picked he could have picked some other dangerous person, or gave another little dangerous guy a shot, or even a name, not even like a prospect, but another name. And he could have did the same thing with Frank Martin. Like, now I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do to Frank Martin. Like, you know what I'm saying? He could have, and I still hope he get it on with Frank Martin. I still want to see that fight. I still want to see that fight.
I want to see that too.
That's what I thought he was going to do, because that's who they got. I mean, he got the beef with. It's more so Frank Martin and Keyshawn, not Shakur and Frank Martin. So it looks better if he went after Frank Martin instead of going after one of Shakur's former opponents. So I mean, and now you have something that you could say to Tank. Well, Tank, you got him out in 7. I got him out in 3. You have something to say to Tank instead of people trying to compare what Shakur did to what you did. It's more of a comparison between you and Tank. So I mean, I don't have no problem. But what you were saying real quick, Body, about how fans saying they believe that Keyshawn is better than Shakur now. I don't think Keyshawn is better than Shakur. I think he's more exciting than Shakur. I still think Shakur is better as far as technical skills. I think Shakur is better, but I think Keyshawn is more exciting.
Yeah, I agree. I don't necessarily subscribe to Keyshawn being better. I mean, I do think that he does have the more fan-friendly style, but see, I believe that Keyshawn, this is the thing with Keyshawn. We're not going to really see who Keyshawn is. And I have one of these for all the boxers. I have one of these things that I say about all of the boxers. I don't discriminate. We're not going to see who Keyshawn is until he go up against a pure boxer. Because that's why I'm thinking him and Shakur is never going to fight. It's the guys that are the pure boxers. Like somebody like a Sandor Martin or somebody like that. A Sandor Martin, Alberto Puello, even I wouldn't say Ryo just yet because of the war, the him being kind of a little war torn here lately.
My guy,
but Hitchinson, like the pure box. That's why the De La Santos. I mean, that's why the Andy Cruz conversation is like a motherfucking thorn in the side, because he knows, like, these boxer punchers, I can get with them. I can get with them boxer punchers or the straight punchers. It's those guys that can move those feet and fence a little bit and keep you guessing, and you got to play that game with him. I think that's his challenge. So I think he has the more fan-friendlier style to me. He's more exciting to watch than me, to me. But I think I'm still a Shakur fan at the core. I'm still a fan. I'm just critical of Shakur over the last 18 months because of the move.
How you think?
But can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll be real quick. So, with Keyshawn, I've seen something in a couple of his last fights. Keyshawn is like the type. Okay, so he got hit, right, and he made a facial expression of anger. You see what I'm saying? And literally started running that dude. But then he stopped and slowed down. He got his composure. See, that's what I'm worried about when it comes to Keyshawn. You see what I'm saying? Because I've seen him do certain things where he's like, motherfucker, what you do? You're like, he can set himself off, but then he corrected it. You see what I'm saying? He stopped it right then and there. That's why I'm hoping that this is a marketing move by him saying that De Los Santos is too small. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't want him to go in there with the wrong mindset and thinking that, De Los Santos is sweet, because I believe Keyshawn should be able to win this fight. And that's why I'm saying it's going to be in a KO form, because no matter what, that's the only thing I can see with Keyshawn that I believe can hinder him in this fight.
Sometimes in the fight of mind, he got to have something that make him feel like he got the edge, whether it's true or not. With Keyshawn, might be he too small. You know what I mean? Some dudes he too slow. Some dudes, he too, you know what I mean? Like, just whatever in your mind make you comfortable enough to get in the fight. Sometimes you gotta do. Don't mean it's true at all, but it just make you feel better about the fight. It might be too little.
Or it's reverse psychology.
Yeah, Yeah,
get De La Santos to think, oh, I'm too small. I'm gonna come in and show you I'm not, and that'll play into his wheelhouse because De La Santos is a boxer puncher, so he can box too. He can box, but he got power. I think he got more power than Keyshawn. I ain't gonna lie, but I think the skill set that Keyshawn has is a little bit better, and I'm still questioning the chins because I don't know about Keyshawn Chin, but let me say this before to address what we were talking about earlier as far as this chess move. One of the reasons why I'm gonna put my Bills hat on, because I know he like to stir it up. But one of the reasons why he picked De La Santos is because Shakur didn't stop him, right? Tank stopped Frank. So that might be a meal at 40, you know what I'm saying, or a fight at 40, or a bag at 40, however you want to look at it. At 40 when he get there, but another up is if I do, because they're gonna say if he did Frank and he stopped Frank, they gonna say, oh, well, Tank did it, and ain't nobody stopped De La Santos.
Tank leftovers.
You know what I'm
That is
saying?
true. So when you, oh, go ahead, brother.
Yeah. So if he stops De La Santos, that's gonna make a statement, bro. That's a statement.
Didn't you say the reason why he picked, like, weren't you the one that said there was a reason why you believe that he picked De La Santos?
Yeah.
Because, like, so okay, so check this out. So I want to add to that. So like I said earlier, Keyshawn is very competitive. So therefore, when he got called out by De Los Santos, and De Los Santos mentioned to him and said, "Look, man, he ducked me," and he made that clear. I believe that's the reason why he probably sent him that shit. Like, nigga, I ain't ducked your punk ass. You know what I'm saying? This situation happened, but if you feel like that, you putting it out there like that. Here, here's here's a term sheet. Here's a term sheet. You know what I'm saying? What is it now? Since you think I ducked you.
Well, I think it's more. I think he's separating himself. Like in a way, he's separating himself from some of the moves that the tribe may have made. Like some of the moves that people who are critical of the tribe have said about how they move. I think Keyshawn want to remove that doubt because he could have easily brought another dude that he could just come in and just. Now he might think he can go in there and just do that to De La Santos, and we're gonna see. But he could have just picked another guy that had a name and just, brought him over and showed out again. But I think this is a statement for him
Yeah.
to do it, because this is dangerous to do this at home, bro. Like
Exactly. Yeah.
this is
That's what
like
I'm
getting up
saying.
on a tightrope up there. And I'm not singing De La Santos praise. I just like De La Santos. I wish he was more active. I wish he was. I like him. I like his style. I like his personality. I think that he's dangerous. I think if he need to stay active, and he'll be a key player where they all mix it up. I wouldn't mind seeing De La Santos and Tank. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind seeing
That's the fight I
Keyshawn and
was
Tank.
wanting to see, buddy.
Yeah, I want to
That's
see all these guys mix it up eventually, even though I know with Tank it's kind of limited, man, unless he really rejuvenated. It's kind of limited. But this is dangerous. And I think Keyshawn, to land my plane, Keyshawn wants to separate himself with a statement in this fight.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. It's a good statement. You know what I'm saying? But like I think it was me and Body. We went over the actual looking at where De Los Santos was placed. He's actually ranked at number 13. You know what I'm saying? He's already got Bernacek out of the way. There was Gabriel Flores. Abdullah Mason is at 8. Lamont Roach is currently ranked at number 9. Andy Cruz is ranked number 10. You feel what I'm saying? Zora Abdulev, and I don't know what's going on with this guy. He's ranked number 3. Sam Noakes number 2, and Raymond Moratala is number 1. So when you look at what he could have did as opposed to what he actually did, it's a statement for boxing because again, perception is reality in this age. So if he knocks off a big name, checking off that box of best fighting the best, 3 categories: best name, best available competition, and actually the best fighter in a division or in your rankings. He checks off one of them by Edwin De Los Santos having the big name. So yeah, I could move from De Los Santos, then maybe go after whoever the fuck I want to go after here because I just knocked off a big name. And then if I double down on that and then land a more Tyler fight, what I eventually do is it's not really about Shakur when you really look at the landscape. To me, it's more about making Abdullah Mason slow the fuck down. Like throwing obstacles in the way for Abdullah Mason. And now you're starting to establish a income wealth gap to where people are going to say, well, what has Mason got done? And Mason just got dropped by a one-legged guy in the fight before his last, and blah, 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 blah. They're going to start to make up all excuses and start to nitpick at Mason because it's going to be Abdullah Mason versus Keyshawn Davis, or it may be Maura Tyler. So he's separating himself from the rest of the pack by taking on some of these big names and then saying, all right, I'll reach down and grab you. I know you're tough competition. You may be here or there better than me in these pocket areas, but guess what? I got the machine behind me and I got the fans behind me. So everything I'm doing is going to be justified.
Look, AC, and the biggest thing that people are not talking about, man, with the beauty in what Keyshawn did is this. As an A side, this man brought somebody over from the other side of the street, dog.
Yeah.
So that obliterates this whole conversation about the side. Nope, because there's an A side. Because I kept saying, I always say this with Tank. If Tank is always expected to send the offense, he's ducking this and he's ducking that. Okay, well, outside of this guy fighting Tank or that guy fighting Tank, they are the A side to everybody else. So outside of Keyshawn and Tank, and outside of Keyshawn and Shakur, both Shakur is an A side and Keyshawn is an A side. He just obliterated it, because if I really want to fight somebody and I'm about what I say as an A side, I can go make it happen. That's why I said, man, he won me back. He won a lot of brownie points for this, man, because he shattered that shit with that side of the street. If you are A side and somebody over there on Matchroom or somebody over there anywhere, you view the A side, you can make it happen. Look at what Keyshawn did. What's the excuse? So now that target point is dead.
Well, I mean, Shakur had already did it, because Shakur fought De Los Santos. Shakur was still with Top Rank, but
no, that's different. That's a little different though. Because he was up for it. He was up because that was for that vacant though. He had to be ranked and up for a vacant. So that took this is a voluntary. Like he's picking somebody like that was for a vacant.
But it was for a vacant, but he picked De Los Santos because remember Frank Martin pulled out. So he picked De Los Santos.
But he was next in line. He had to go down. He had to go down the line with these guys. So he couldn't just skip over somebody and say, I'm gonna give him a shot for it, because it wasn't Shakur's belt. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't his. It was Devin vacated. So it was on the table. So it was a ranking thing. Shakur was there because he set it off with the sanctioning. He was the top dog. But he couldn't have picked anybody for it.
Actually, the belt wasn't vacant. Shakur was awarded the belt because Shakur was the mandatory to Devin Haney. He was the mandatory to Devin Haney, and Devin Haney dropped the belt. So Shakur was awarded the belt. So it wasn't vacant. It was awarded to Shakur.
But he still had to go in line, though, didn't he?
Huh?
He still had to go in line, though. He couldn't have just defended it again. He couldn't have picked somebody like number 16 or some shit.
No, I mean he didn't have to go in line because it didn't matter. He was the mandatory. The champion relinquished the belt. He was the mandatory. There's nobody else that was the mandatory. He was the mandatory. So at that point, any fight he does was a voluntary. Because
I gotta go back. But yeah, I'll take your word for it though.
No, because when it came to Devin and Shakur was the mandatory. Devin relinquished the belt. Then Shakur and Frank Martin went into a purse bid. Frank Martin came out of the purse bid, and then he pulled away from the table. So he relinquished his mandatory status. There is no mandatory anymore.
Okay, now so it was Frank Martin. Okay, so Frank Martin. Okay, all right. Okay, it was Frank Martin. Okay.
Frank Martin was the mandatory. I was wrong. Frank Martin was the mandatory.
Okay.
But Frank Martin pulled away from the table. So at that point, Shakur can go fight whoever he wanted to.
Right.
But I mean, at this time, I mean, we already heard that Bob said that he's going to be doing business with PBC anyway. But it was always like I never paid attention to that side of the street. Yeah, it's a hurdle that you got to jump because you have this promoter and that promoter. But if the fighters really want that fight, it will happen. We saw it happen with daggone Ryan Garcia and Tank. Ryan said, I want that fight. Oscar didn't want to make the fight. Ryan was like, well, I'll go make it myself. And he had got his own lawyers. So it can happen if the fighters want it. It all comes down to the fighters.
That's an old school saying right there, though.
Yeah.
And people try to act like that shit don't exist.
If the money's big enough, the promoters is gonna fall in line. If Ryan and Tank wasn't a big money fight, Ryan was not making that fight because Oscar's his promoter. Ryan wasn't making that fight, but because that fight was with Tank.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna have to play back up in a second. We're gonna run it up for a few more minutes. Then we're gonna get up out of here. And then I'll see y'all at about 8:30, 9 o'clock when I have Blair up here and Blair tell y'all the good news about what's going on. And you should be seeing him in the ring soon. I got some questions to ask him because he been in the gym a whole lot. I'm asking, hey man, you gonna get one of them shots lately? You gonna get a fight, one of those fights over there? That's just me. I'm definitely gonna ask him that. Yeah. You'll never Let's run up a little bit more.
Nah, leave that WBC belt down there.
Yep.
And so they were like, hold on, leave the WBC. He only wanted to show off his belt. He didn't care about the WBC belt.
Yeah,
so,
but I thought
they minted that though. I thought they minted that. I thought they minted that though, and he said I'll work with him.
Yeah,
I thought that was minted.
The knee, like a little.
And you know what? Let's skip along a little bit because we can. This will happen when you own your own shit.
With Shakur being such a defensive fighter, and they know that he doesn't create the action, it's going to be rounds where they're going to.
Yeah, buddy. I spoke to him. Like I literally spoke to him. I called him, and he was like, he wanted to do it today. I spoke to him yesterday. He was like, we can do it today. I was like, what, you want to do it around like 6, 7 o'clock? He said, that's perfect. Once you get the kids and everything settled, they can sit down and get the shit going. Yeah, we're gonna run it up. So around that time, definitely. Like I really try, like on some real shit. I'm tired of niggas running up shit and doing shit like, cause niggas got certain times and niggas be home and niggas gotta link up. So I try to run shit around when there's gonna be some other shit. I try to make sure that you be definitely like, you know what I'm saying, locked in on certain shit.
They're gonna lean towards.
I know you doing some whole other shit like I ain't put your business out there, but you're doing some whole other shit that get into the bag. So take a little bit long for niggas to get to the crib.
Because William is throwing 90 punches and he's coming at Shakur, and Shakur is in a high guard or or he's trying to stay away because Williams Zepeda's throwing so many punches. So I think he would literally have to. He has to. Every shot he throws, it has to be a good shot. It has to be a head knockback shot. It has to be a grunt body shot. It has to be something where the people be like, "Ooh, did you see that? Oh my gosh, Shakur is killing him." So because I think they put the fix in for Shakur. And just listen to what I'm saying.
I know where you're going with this.
We know that Shakur is the biggest name on this card. There's nobody the bigger name than Shakur on this card. Why is Shakur the undercard? Why is he the undercard to Edgar Berlanga, who just lost the Canelo Alvarez? The man claim to fame was going 12 rounds to Canelo Alvarez losing, getting dropped by Canelo Alvarez, or getting rocked. Did he get dropped? Can't remember if he got dropped or if he got rocked. Either way, he lost to Canelo Alvarez. He's on the undercard. Well, you put him on the undercard, so that means Shakur doesn't have the A side in this situation, so he can't judge the ring, which would be more favorable.
So they're going to probably go, yes.
It'd be more favorable to Shakur. So they put Edgar Berlanga. These two guys that's in the main event are guys that's big punchers. They like to fight on the inside, so the ring is going to be smaller.
Yep.
Which means it's easier for Zepeda to get to Shakur. It's easy for him to get to Shakur. Shakur ain't got that much real estate to move around in. So I think they might have put the fix in on Shakur. That's why I said Shakur got to go out there and outbox the dude. All it is, the judging of distance, your defense, the fighting inside the pocket, we need to see all that on display on that night, because if you're lacking somewhere and Williams Zepeda is pressing the action, he's throwing a bunch of shots, whether they land or they not, and a couple of them knock your head back here and there, they might get that round to Williams Zepeda over Shakur.
Oh yeah. And it's under Oscar De La Hoya. It's the Turk and Oscar De La Hoya's promotions. You see what I'm saying? So the whole time it's leaning. It is. You are 100% correct. And I knew you were going with when you said that too, because I know exactly what you're talking about. So I mean, Shakur knows this though. Shakur knows. So all I can say is I can't really say anything about it. All I can say is this: is that Shakur goes in there and just puts on a master class. You see what I'm saying? And I think he's gonna do it. I think he's gonna rise to the occasion. Because if you're really that good, like you say you are, you should be able to rise to the occasion and pick this man apart. Just because, I mean, think about it. Mayweather, man, he did the same thing when he had to. He went in there and did what he had to do when it comes to certain fighters. You know what I'm saying? Pick their ass apart. He loved a motherfucker that throw 1,000 punches. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna pick your ass apart.
The only thing though, like Tevin Farmer, I think he's willing. He has a good enough chin to where he's willing to trade shots here and there. I don't know if Shakur believes in his chin like Tevin Farmer does, because Shakur, we never seen Shakur get hit on the chin. We don't know how he's going to react to getting hit with a big shot. We never seen it happen.
In the Artem fight, he kept saying in the Artem fight before the fight, he kept saying, "I got a chin." Yeah, I understand that, but Artem, hold on. Now, one thing I have to say. Now, I see what you're saying though, but Frank Martin said that Artem actually can hit hard, and Shakur said the same thing.
I mean, he might. But do I think Artem hits harder than Williams Zepeda?
Hell yeah, he hit harder than Zepeda. See,
I mean, if you want to believe that, I mean, okay. I feel like I don't think Williams Zepeda has one punch knockout power. But
that's what I'm saying. He don't.
Yeah, I mean, he can't have one punch knockout power. He's throwing 90 punches around, and guys are going rounds with him. But the thing is, it's like Arthur. Arthur doesn't load up on his shots. He doesn't load up on his shots. And if you hitting a person, David Benavidez is another one. He doesn't load up on shots. He just hits you with a lot of shots over time. it breaks you down. So
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to be. I
Mhm.
think that Williams Zepeda has a big punch, but he doesn't need to use it because he hits you with a lot of shots. Over time, you get wore down to where you can't take
I
all that
mean,
work.
what if Zepeda worried about his chin? He might come in and be worried about his own motherfucking chin.
I mean, he could be. I mean, but we seen Williams Zepeda get dropped. He got right back up and went right back to Tevin Farmer.
Yeah, but he ain't get dropped by assassin though. This is an assassin right here, man. You fuck around, get dropped by Shakur. It's gonna be night, cause then he gonna know like I can really knock this motherfucker out. I fail. I'm gonna really put pause on him, you know.
I mean, that could be a downfall if Shakur try to move in for the kill, and Williams Zepeda is not hurt as much as he think he is.
No, I mean assassins, they just shoot you till your ass stop moving. I mean, they ain't gonna just show you where they at cause you not fail.
I mean, like I said, we saw Tevin Farmer drop Williams Zepeda, and we saw Williams Zepeda's hand was raised at the end of that fight.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people don't like that, but you know, I mean, things happen. You know, and like y'all say, they might be trying to set him up. You know, he gonna have to.
That's what I said. I think they trying to set Shakur up because let me be honest. Let's be honest. Right now, Shakur is on a one fight. I mean, he has one fight left with Matchroom. He has one fight left. This Williams Zepeda is the last fight. Then he's a free agent. Williams Zepeda is signed to Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya is doing business with Turkey, so the money is with Williams Zepeda. The money's not with Shakur right now. Now, if Shakur decides to sign, that's different. But right now, as it stands, the money is with Williams Zepeda.
But if it goes to the cards and Shakur get robbed, then we're gonna get a rematch, maybe. Or they gonna take out running and you know, like they say, going to protective custody and you know, parade around and all this bullshit. But at the end of the day, little buddy going to sleep, man. I'm gonna tell y'all, man.
I don't know if he's going to sleep or not. I like I said, I just hope Shakur is everything that we think he is, because he's going to need to be. Because man, like I said, if this fight is close, do not be surprised if Williams Zepeda get the edge. If this fight is close,
he been punching sand, man. He been looking at 36 chambers. He been on this shit with his hands, man.
You watch these fights the same way I watch these fights. You know the judges like to go for the guy that's active, that's pressing the action.
Pre is trying to tell y'all, bro. Like, this is why I was saying, look, if he gets out there and he talks to one of these crafty veterans that'll tell him how to make Shakur put his hands in his pocket without him having to throw punches, then you could see this man get edged out on the scorecards. I'm expecting Shakur to win, but I am not going to kid myself about who has the money behind him and who the business of boxing wants to see move forward. If he does this if Keyshawn does what he's gonna do with De Los Santos, right? And then Zepeda beats Shakur, you better guarantee that the big fight at 35 is going to be Keyshawn Davis versus William Zepeda. And this is where you're talking about. Yes, he's more skilled. Yes, he's more skilled. Yes, he has the accolades, but if we want to make money on a fight, we have to put together the fight friendly jump off. Venus Curry with the Rock, Williams all over again, bro.
Chef Curry with the Rock. Well, when Chef Curry come out, he ain't bullshit.
Hey, listen, bro. I'm just trying to let y'all know, man. Listen, the business,
like I said,
is making moves, man.
Shakur got to be everything that he is advertised to be. Because, like I said, if this fight is close, I will not be surprised if Williams Zepeda's hand is raised at the end, and I can see Shakur sitting there looking at the judges like they crazy.
I mean, I think he know that though. I think he know that. And I think this shit about to happen, man. You gonna see the
Yeah,
assassin.
that's why I said before. Go ahead, Bill. My bad.
I mean, Chef Curry gonna motherfucking take his shot, man. Draymond Green got the rebound and gave him the ball, and now he want to shoot his shot. So we know what time it is, man.
Yeah, I know what time it is. You keep trying to throw those shots. Come on, bro. Calling me Chef Curry. Like, come on.
yeah.
Like, come on, bro. But I'm serious, man. I'm just trying to keep a realistic perspective on things, because at the end of the day, the money's behind. The money right now is behind Zepeda.
The money on the table. The money on the table.
They're trying to act like, listen, understand what I'm saying. The way they're talking about this thing, they're trying to talk about the Williams Zepeda versus Shakur Stevenson fight is bigger than Tank versus Shakur Stevenson.
Well,
so the
problem,
ramifications of this shit is going to, if Williams Zepeda win this, he's going to go into heavy protective custody. He's going to fight some dude that's probably ranked 60th out of all 60 fighters that are in that division.
Well, the thing is, Shakur kind of know he going in a lose-lose situation. That's why he want to fight. He want to put on for the fans. He already talking about how he stand in the pocket. He already talking about he got a little trick for his hand.
The nigga said checkmate, right, Bills?
I mean, he's saying like all the right things. Like, he real focused. He been wanting this fight. He said this dude been dodging me for like 2 or 3 years. Like, I'm finna show the world who the fuck this motherfucker is. Y'all trying to protect him. It's over with now. And he probably took less money just to prove a point. Like, shit, I even fight on the undercard just to get this fight. Fuck it.
Look, what you just said, Bills, is I agree with you, because you got to look at it like this. Like when it comes down to it, you know what I'm saying? He knows, because he's on the undercard. He knows it's gonna go down. So there ain't no you don't got control of the ring and all that shit. So you got to go in there and you got to be on your best behavior. You know what I'm saying? Well, not best behavior. You just got to be on point. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
you got to go in there.
I mean,
you can't go in there half-assing.
But with the smaller ring, they saying it like it's a disadvantage to Shakur. It's more of a disadvantage to Zepeda too. Because shit, if your ass start getting motherfucking sniped on, you're gonna be wanting to get away. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be trying to get away to recover. And the ring's small. When this little sniper got there touching you, you can't hit him. You're gonna be trying to reset and get away, but you up against the rope now. I'm just saying, man, you know.
Zepeda throw punches and bunches, so you know it's when you're a sniper, you do your punches are more controlled. So, and it's not like you just throwing punches anywhere. You and hoping it lands.
Man,
you actually,
he coming in there trying to knock Shakur head off. He trying to end this shit early, man.
I don't know. I don't think he's trying to end it early. But I think he's going to try to go in there. He knows he has to overwhelm him. I don't know if he has that mind. If Zepeda has that mindset to go in there and knock him out early, then Zepeda's going there. He's setting himself up for failure.
Man, Zepeda gonna come in there. Zepeda coming in there like Johnson did, motherfucker Roy Jones. He's gonna be swinging at every goddamn thing. Why I tell you?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, you know, I think it's gonna be a goddamn belt to ass session. You know what I'm saying? Shakur holding his hand up. You know what I'm saying? Having his hand held up. I don't know.
Like they say, where is that though?
New York.
Okay. But like they say though, if this shit go to the card, unless his ass got knocked down like 4 or 5 times and he wobbly going out of each round, like his hand will get fucking raised. If this shit go to the card and it ain't no destruction on one end, hey, you fuck around and do some De La Santos shit, your ass going home mad than a motherfucker.
Look, Shakur's got to win easily 9 out of the 3 rounds. You see, out of 12 rounds, 9 out of 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? 9-3. If he does it 8-4, I'm gonna tell you like this: they might try to still fuck him.
I don't think Hamza. I don't think Hamza won 3 rounds against Adamas,
He didn't have to.
and he still got a draw.
He didn't have to because he was damn. They were
That's
home cooking, and plus,
and that's the point that's being made. You're going over to fuck with a dude who wants to put where his money is on his guy. This is
but
not
the
like the
payday ain't his guy
BBC.
though.
This is not like Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. You feel what I'm saying? You're specifically going over there to try to beat this man up in his town on his home court at his birthday party.
But the payday ain't his guy though. I know Hamza his guy, but
No, I'm talking
Belanga,
about Zepeda being De La Hoya's guy.
yeah, but it ain't the Sheik guy though. I mean that's gonna be the fight that get a fucked up
All right,
decision.
what I'm saying is this. And again, I'm gonna repeat it. I'm expecting Shakur to win, but I'm just looking at things that could be within reason. And what I'm saying is this. Turk already tried to put money like that with fucking with Shakur. It went bad and he admitted he didn't want the fight. You said that was some Eddie Hearn shit, but that was still a Turk card. When you're talking about Bevo 1 and 2, where he was supposed to fight Padley. So then there's the Floyd Schofield debacle. That's also Turk's money. You feel what I'm saying? Now,
Right.
Now we're looking at this situation, which is a bigger fight compared to the two. Who's the money going to be behind? Who seems to have showed up and showed out, no issues. Fight went down once I signed you. That is Zepeda, more consistent in showing up and showing out, and not taking the criticism like that.
Yeah, but he can show up and show out, and he done got knocked down a couple times too.
Huh?
I mean, he done got knocked. So what's more?
Hold on, hey, Bron, who is that?
It was me.
Who is that?
T?
It's Brad.
Oh, I can't hear it. Say it again, bro.
No, I said Shakur Stevenson is not going to win his next fight.
On that note, man, we're going to get up out of here in a second. Hope y'all had a good time. Get the love. Y'all stay smoking, man. Good.
Searching for words, a lone wolf immersed in the herds of lamb chowder, tan powder from the first to the third. The manpower when the merchants are served would only wait and flood them with gram showers when the thirsts emerge. Just like I'm here to live my life as a sin. I'm only human in class, the only student, so I'm writing with when I need the weed and vapor. Leaf flouted in Anita Baker. Annihilation after hibernation. Hunger pains after the prioritions, praying under condensation. The thunder came amongst the sod of Satan. The sun is changing and the flies blazing patient and my time is racing. And I rely on intuition, but we stand in the demand and our supply is insufficient. What we do, expand the grams and cut the ties within the vision. Whatever, hand in hand, split it to prize and was the mission. There's a jungle in the streets outside, no man is safe. There were hundreds of police outside, we can't escape, we dying. Can't relate, but we try it and can't erase. Forgive and not forgive, that we strive and stand with faith, but it's hard. Write my life in every single song. If you relate, then you can sing along. Strive and stand with faith, but it's hard. Write my life in every single song. If you relate, then you can sing along. Oh my God. You see that Jonesy motherfucker that just ran out of here? That's real paper right there. That's real clientele. Try 800. Something wrong with your shoulders or something? Lost in my thoughts, a live soul lost in the corpse. My guys know, pie sold at a portion of cost. It's mind cold, but that's the cost of a boss. He lies froze, he's firing eyes closed with no remorse for the loss. It's like he's here to live his life as a sin. He's only human, his past conform to lose until he rightfully wins. No need to boast, no need to feed the fakers. Remain dope beside the needle takers. The coat whiter than a sheet of paper. His dedication after desperation. To the clouds, our only destination. Living without expiration. We got the gift without an explanation. Try and spot him at his resting line and dot him like an exclamation. And I rely on intuition, but we stand in the demand and our supply is insufficient. What we do, expand the grams and cut the ties with inefficient. Whatever, it's hand in hands with enterprise and was the mission. There's a jungle in the streets outside, no man is safe. 100s of police outside. We can't